Plus 2,000. Crazier things have happened. All right, Toronto in white and Sam Malcolm get us underway as the Hounds, before their howling home crowd, receive the ball. And the kick is up. And the kick is good. The flags go up. 𝗪𝗘𝗘𝗞. A lot of barking at the official right now for both sides. Malcolm. Green. Oh, nice dish into the hands of Richardson, who puts it up. And it's into the hands of Richardson again, who gets it to Malcolm, and Toronto in for a great try. That's got to be a try of the week candidate already, Mike Petrie.
That had just about everything you'd want for a fancy backline move. That was awesome stuff from this Arrows team, who up to this point had only scored one try in their first two games. Let's have a look at it. The pass goes out the back. Malcolm goes out the back. So two passes out the back. And then what hands that time from 𝗪𝗘𝗚𝗛𝗏 to put his opposite into space. Kick over the top. Malcolm pursues hot on the inside. I mean, that play had everything. Out the back, lots of blocker runners, good hands to the outside. Chip kick over the top from Richardson. Gets the bounce back into his hands, flick up to Malcolm. I mean, that was class.
Here's Malcolm. His kick is up, and it curves in, and it is good. Wow. What a start we have to this one. The Notre Dame grad and former baseball player, and a big rush by Chicago. Looking on the outside. Here comes 𝗪𝗘𝗚𝗏. He's got tackled from behind nicely. Did he get it down? No, I think it's knocked on in the try zone and out. So we'll have some conference perhaps between the assistant referee and Marquise Goodwin.
Already, I have checked the available angles. There is an early tackle by Seven White.
Seven White?
Yes, and the early tackle by Seven White. But for the act of the tackle, the player would have probably scored a try. So Seven White has prevented the try.
Oh man!
All right, perfect. All right, Seven White.
Yeah, that's me.
Yes, played him before.
Touching the ball with his fingers.
Oh man, what a turn of events that is. That's a try and a penalty try. And it means that Captain Lucas Rumble is rambling to the sin bin for 10 minutes. There's a nice no-look pass. And now Toronto on the outside, squeaking in. Oh, not yet. Here comes 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗏. And Malcolm's in for his second try of the night. Sam Malcolm, with his team down a player, gets into the try zone again for Toronto.
And that's huge. You just mentioned that they've got their captain off the field. They're playing shorthanded. Sam Malcolm was out. He makes his comeback. We talked about him earlier in the open. We talked about Noel Reid earlier in the open, who set him up for this. This is a Toronto offense that is finally starting to fire on some cylinders right now. Let's take a look, though. It gets set up with some great work from the Arrows forwards. They just grind into this Chicago defense, runner after runner, and that creates some opportunity on the outside. Finally, there's Reid, gets to the tackle, gets his hands free, slings it to his opposite center, who just passes it on. Just some good offloading work that time. What a play that time from Noel Reid. Got the better of his opposite, Bill Meeks. That was two Arrows that could have caught that. That was Richardson in support. Blast from 𝗪𝗧𝗏.
And a textbook receipt of that ball with that knee in position for 𝗪𝗧𝗏. As Chicago driving to the try zone. Did they get it down? Yes, they did. 𝗪𝗧𝗏's kick is up, and so are the flags. Nice kick from 𝗪𝗧𝗏, converts the try. 18-12 now in favor of the Hounds.
Their seamless play that they had to score their try. And we saw some of those offloads and out the back passes and kicks over the top. 𝗪𝗑𝗪𝗏 adds another 3 for Chicago.
Malcolm's kick is up, and it's good. So Toronto chipping away with a player down, and now it's 20-15 in favor of the Hounds. And now I think they're going to be content to kick it at the touch, and they are. So Chicago, the Hounds, on top 20-15 in what has been a very, exciting first half of rugby.
Marquise Goodwin's ear off, and Marquise, I'm told, is saying that it was due to the neck rolls. They were concerned about neck rolls on the pitch. They wanted him to have a look at that. So, you know, keep your eyes on those couple pieces as the evening progresses in the second half.
The bench couldn't quite get his bind up. Malcolm puts the easy 3 over.
Yeah, Ryan in it. Prop. And Mike, you hear those fans in Chicago, they're not exactly being silent. Kick is up. And that's the way to silence a hometown crowd, when you nail a kick like that to put your team. Got the kicking duties. All right, Matina's kick is up and good. And they are happy at Xavier High School. All right, here comes the kick. To say it's important could be an underestimate of epic proportions, and the kick is up and it is good. Sam Malcolm with an historic night tonight. That ball is up, and that ball splits the uprights and gives Chicago back the lead. See from the crowd and both teams. Simonton now in for Toronto, number 16. There's Rumble, the captain.
Love to see Malcolm slot a drop goal here in the pocket. See him standing a little bit deep, marshaling some of his forwards around. See if he lines up for one.
Everybody in Chicago beseeching for a call, and there's Malcolm with a drop goal. And it's good. Sam Malcolm, take a bow.
Tell you what, you couldn't see it on that screen. He was standing just on the wide angle camera. You could see him, and he's just back there. He's waiting for it. Tell you what, Sam Malcolm broke my heart several years ago playing for the Arrows when we were playing against them. You can expect this Chicago team to go after this scrum just like they did.
Oh, man. I hope we have antifreeze in the car. Okay, here's Faust. Number 21, putting it in. Kobe Faust. Here's the drive from Chicago, and it's back, and it's kicked into touch by that man Malcolm, and the Toronto Arrows end their losing streak and